Story.
Okay, are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay, so once upon a time, there was a colony of people on the sun. They were made of rocks because why not? Sun people are cool. Well, they're not really cool. They're not cool at all, actually. They're hot because you know they live on the sun. That makes them beautiful. They are beautiful. The sun is beautiful, and they're the children of the sun. So why wouldn't they be beautiful? They are gorgeous, man. So, everyone in the sun place they don't really have a government. It's like anarchy, except no one ever makes fun of each other or no one ever hurts anyone because they appreciate everyone's gorgeousness. They don't want to hurt the beauty that is the sun people. They're all gorgeous. Why would you hurt something like that? So it was a peaceful planet. And you should also know that they didn't have monogamous, however you pronounce that word, relationships. They didn't just monogamous relationships. They didn't just stay with one person. They had a ton of girlfriends.
So they were polygamous?
Yeah, they had girlfriends and boyfriends. It doesn't matter what sex you are. They loved everyone because, you know, peace. They appreciated everyone's beauty. So they had sex with everyone.
You know what?
No exceptions.
Good for them. Good for them.
So it was a non-stop sex fest. No one, and they didn't have the economic troubles that we do because they don't care about money or anything. They don't need money. They just want to have sex, man. They just want to have sex. So they just lived out their lives having sex, except until one day there's this one guy who was all like, I'm bored of having sex with my own people. This is getting to incest. And, well, incest isn't really frowned upon in some person society, too. Because they think all people are beautiful. Even your...
Why not have sex with all of them?
Yeah, why not have sex with all of them? But this one guy, he was a freak. He didn't want to have sex with other sun people.
What a weirdo. You don't want to have sex with your brothers and sisters. Like, who...
Yeah, I mean...
Like, what?
By sun person standards, for that, he was a freak. By human standards, he was the most normal person. But, so the sun guy, let's call him Ralph. He's Ralph the sun person.
Okay.
So he goes, and he's all like, you know, there's once a time when our father, the sun, who art in space, he had a girlfriend one time. Girlfriend, boyfriend.
Just once.
I can't really remember if it was a girl or a boy, but does it really matter?
True. They're all sun people.
So, yeah, they're all beautiful people. So the sun had a relationship, and that was with this person called the moon.
Oh.
So Ralph, he takes out his sun telescope. Well, it's not really a telescope. He just takes out a wad of sand, and the minute it exits his pockets, the sun heats it up and it becomes a giant chunk of glass. And he uses it to look into space, and he looks into space and he sees the moon. He's all like, "Oh my god, those people are so cool!" And they were like Dave Strider cool, man. They were top tier. They were the coolest people you would ever meet. So he decided to go to the moon, and he had sex with the cool people. They were so cool. I can't even stress how cool they are. They are just the coolest people in the galaxy. So
I see what you did there.
So he had sex with all those moon people.
What about the people from that other planet? That's not a planet anymore.
Pluto? No one really cares about Pluto. That's the reject planet.
Oh, I gotcha.
No one likes Pluto. Pluto's a loser. He's too short for our standards.
Oh my god. Shut up. Not cool.
It's Luke's home planet. But anyways, Ralph had a fairly good time on the moon until he had his accident.
Ooh. See,
while living on the moon, his fiery passion slowly died because it was wetted out by the moon's moon's soft, wet attributes. I'm talking about the people, not the moon. The moon is dry. That's because that's because of the accident. So Ralph, he had this accident. So one day he was just strolling along. He didn't have any fire anymore. Because the moon people all doused him out. He was no longer a ball of fire, sadly. He was just this walking piece of metal. And then one day, a golf ball just flies out of nowhere, coming out of Earth's atmosphere, just hits him right square in the chest. Like, who the hell does this golf ball think he is? He just comes and hits this guy. It's this Ralph, this cool sun guy, not a hot sun guy. He got ugly because he became cool. Cool people can't be hot. That's just a law. And hot people can't be cool. I mean, seriously. But despite this, Ralph died, and all the moon people wept for him. So they used all of the moon's water to cry, and their tears just like flew out of moon's atmosphere because the moon was crying too, and it just went down to Earth, and rain just fell everywhere, and it was all like, "Aww, rain." And it for 40 days on Earth because of this.
40 days and 40 nights?
It's 40 nights. God was mad at the humans, so he just called upon... He was like, I'm going to set up this whole relationship between the sun guy and the people of the moon, and this is how I'm going to punish the humans. I don't like their golf balls either. So...
What? What about golf balls? Like,
you know, I mean, God lives out in space too, so I mean, you would have thought he would have been hit by the golf balls too. Because humans are just so bad at golf, even before golf was invented. They just hit golf balls out of the atmosphere. They just hit it everywhere. No respect for anyone in the galaxy. So Ralph, he's dead. The moon people cry. All the water leaves the moon, which is why the moon becomes dry, because of Ralph's accident. And the moon people are all like, oh no, we should at least give him a proper burial. And then they bury him all over the moon. Like, they spread his remains all over the moon. Don't ask why. But only over half of it. The other half is stupid. No one likes the other half.
Why is there stuff up here, Luke?
On the dark side of the moon, they say they have cookies, but they really don't. They're so lame. Seriously.
I thought they said they had cheese.
They're not cool at all. Anyways, so the moon people spread his remains over half of the moon.
Why do you have this stuff, Luke?
Oh, I just hide it.
Shut up, I'm telling my story.
Sorry.
So all the moon people die because they don't have any water. So they're not cool anymore. They're just like, they're neutral. They're not cool, they're not hot, they're neutral. And they die because no one likes neutrality.
No one.
No
one
one.
does.
No
Yeah,
one.
I hate neutral.
Neutrality is for losers. That's Pluto status.
Too short for you guys.
That's for the Pluto freaks. So anyways, Ralph dies, moon people die. And Ralph, he awakens to find that he has become the moon. Because his remains were spread all over. And the sun was all like, gamma rays, lol, and he was brought back to life. And his remains were all fiery again. And the moon became lit up on half of the side of the moon where his remains were. And he became the moon. He gave it a face and everything. He had a lot of pimples, which show the.
Did he have like dark black eyes with like weird irises and a big like toothy grin?
Yeah, I know. He looked so weird after he became not hot.
And he definitely didn't look anything like the moon from Majora's Mask, right?
Right. But so Ralph is half the moon, and he continues to look at Earth at all times. He never looks away. He looks at Earth at all times because he's so mad at those stupid people for not knowing how to play golf and chucking their golf balls out of the atmosphere Like, who do they think they are? They are not Beyonce.
There's jerks, man.
It's
Like,
not Jupiter people. They don't have these kind of rights.
Who do you think you are? A super
You know-
STAR.
Or do they think they're Saturn? They're not Saturn. They're more like Uranus inhabitants. Except those are cooler than Earthlings. I mean, come on.
how long is the story? Jeez.
Even Pluto people are cooler than these stupid. Okay, actually, that's a lie. They're not cooler than the Earth people.
Oh!
No. Pluto can't be cooler than anyone. That's why it's no longer a planet. I mean, even Earth is still a planet. And they have those stupid golf balls everywhere.
Dude, there's literally oil everywhere.
And that's how the man on the moon came to be. The end.
Okay.
The
Now
end.
my
The
story
end.
time.
Bye,
I have a
guys.
story.